4 minutes after the hour here on the Draw at Large radio show. And we're pleased to be on the air with Steve McDonald. He is with newmediamilitia.com. Someone who's working hard to aggregate conservative and alternative media presences here in the state of New Hampshire so that real news can get out to a broader audience. Newmediamilitia.com is where you can get all the details and all the stories you'll want to know about. That's what is it? Newmediamilitia.com. Did I get that right, Steve?
It's com.mediamilitianew. Yeah, you did that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Good morning, Steve. And thank you for your participation with our show. I wish that I could carry the torch a little longer because, frankly, a lot of people have told me they like this segment and they like what you do. So we're always happy to refer them to newmediamilitia.com so they can get more.
Well, thanks for having me on. Thanks for letting me be part of the program. And before I get started, I would just like to extend an invitation to you at any time. I know you're going to keep the website up and stuff, but
yes,
we would enjoy having you contribute to GraniteRock.com. At any time you like, just send me something. And if you decide you want to do it a lot, I'll get you a login and we'll set you up, and you can write there whenever you want.
Well, I appreciate that, and I very well may take you up on that offer.
Good, because we always need more content. You know all about that, more content.
Yeah,
so,
it is all about the content, and to some degree, if I've made any business errors here, it's on focusing on getting that content and putting it out online and over the air, and sometimes at the expense of other things. But, well, there it is.
Well, I know how it is. You know, I shut Grok Talk down a little bit over a year ago because it was consuming my life.
It can do that.
And that was just 1 2-hour show a week. And, so I know how you feel. But anyway.
All right. So
last week we had an event, the Steve Bannon event on Thursday.
Yeah, he was rather remarkable.
It was a great event, very successful. We wanted to get about 200 people there, and I haven't seen the final numbers, but I think we got pretty close. The room was packed. No issues at the facility. Food was great. I really do want to thank the executive court staff for being very polite and professional. I was there about an hour and a half early. I spent some time talking with them. We were having a great time. It was very fun. They were doing a great job setting everything up. Food, everything was fantastic. So thank you very much to them, especially under the circumstances. Mr. Bannon was well received. We have video and audio of his entire remarks at GraniteRock.com. The audio is podcasted. So you can get that audio on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Google Play. Just look for Granite Rock or Grok Talk or The Steve McDonald Show, which is how Spreaker streams my audio that I publish. And we got lots of press, lots of pictures. We'll be posting some pictures up at 603alliance.org at some point. National coverage of the event. Fran was telling me she saw the 603 Alliance name and logo in national news outlets all across the country, so really good exposure, even from the liberal press. And so everything went good. We had protesters, which is nice. It's always nice to have protesters. You know, you're doing something right when people are protesting.
Yes, and I just want to throw this in. Among the protesters was a 20-year-old Democratic candidate for alderman in Ward 12, college student Hassan Essa, marching with the Antifa crowd that was protesting outside the executive court.
Well, it's fascinating, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, because we've talked about Antifa a lot. We've talked about their motivations. We've talked about them being encouraged to be intimidating and to promote violence. And they have, a sign out there that says "Love, Not Hate" in the Granite State. It's a lighted sign. It was nice. It was a nice sign. I'm sure they spent some money on it, or somebody spent some money on it. So this "Love, Not Hate" crowd, they're out there professing this love, not hate. But, I'm involved here. I've seen what these people have been doing. They've called us white supremacists, Nazis, haters, blanket discrimination, profiling. They went online and they gave negative reviews to the executive court banquet facility simply for holding the event. Yes. They sent a threatening letter, at least one that I know of, to the facility telling them that there would be consequences if they let the event proceed. These are the love, not hate people. So it's ridiculous. They're out there saying this, and people are driving by, and if they don't know that, they've gone after us, people on Facebook wanted to set Steve Bannon on fire. They wanted to poison his food. Love, not hate. Love, not hate, right? Mm-hmm. There's unpleasant emails, and at some point I want to go through all this. I'm going to collect it all together, and I'm going to build a little archive of all this, air quotes, love that we received. about this event and share it online, because I think people need to see and be reminded, which what you've done on your program and what we've done on this segment, is that it's really just this great big facade.
Well, yeah, just like so much of what we see from folks on that side of the aisle.
Oh, it's true. Now, I actually went and I looked to see who was, protesting, who these people are, who sponsored the no hate in the Granite State. So I have to apologize for not knowing where the citation belongs, but I pulled this off the internet someplace, and it says a coalition of state-level organizations mounted the demonstration. Groups included Granite State Progress, New Hampshire Young Democrats, Seacoast Resistance, America Votes, Rights and Democracy, New Hampshire, Monadnock United, 2018, Kent Street Coalition, and Action Together, New Hampshire. So we know who some of these are. Granite State Progress and America Votes are backed by out-of-state money and out-of-state liberal millionaires. You and I know that. Xander Rice Hawkins runs Granite State Progress. So that's a lot of out-of-state money. It probably paid for the signs, something like that. Rights and Democracy I haven't traced it back yet, but the original Rights and Democracy was a globalization group formed in Canada, and these people have pretty much the same boilerplate, equity, diversity, direct democracy, which of course direct democracy is mob rule, so that's a nice thing to stand for. The Kent Street Coalition is local. They are in Concord. If you go to their website, you will see these words. Kent Street Coalition is committed to peaceful and nonviolent political action and resistance. Accordingly, we will not tolerate violence or the advocacy of violence in any of the work we undertake. So, they're protesting Steve Bannon at an event that was underscored by threats to the speaker of the facility and the sponsors. So I'm going to guess that they're okay with violence by other people, or threats of violence by other reasons. So that's advocacy, really, in a manner of speaking. So I don't really think that stands up. The New Hampshire Young Democrats, obviously an arm of the state party, filled to the gills with the matriculating moonbats that we've been talking about all summer, the crazy college kids. Monadnock United, 2018, is local to New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. They claim to be a group of Democrat, Republican, and independent voters who, in response to radical political change and threats to the social order, are united to protect and advance values that America holds dear. So they have some of these values, economic inequality and the needs of working people, advocacy for the rights of racial, religious, and ethnic minorities, women, and other groups, respect for democracy and the rule of law, and engaged, informed citizenry. So the radical change that happened was Donald Trump was elected by the country class and working class voters who opposed the ruling political class, who's, pretty much what they're trying to support. And, if they're Republicans, they're probably establishment Republicans. Some of these independents are people that Ray Buckley called white supremacists. I don't know if they want to talk about that. Maybe they can ask the Kent Street Coalition people if that's advocating violence. I don't know. But all in all, these protesters pretty much came out and said, love, not hate, but they have said absolutely nothing about all the hate and violence that's been perpetrated by people of like mind for months and months and months.
Well, just another day at the office, I guess.
I know. Oh, wait, Action Together New Hampshire. I forgot about them. They work to build and strengthen progressive communities throughout the Granite State, then transform these people into targeted strategic political action, which I got to wonder if that isn't Antifa. So, great protesters. Good event. I can't wait to see, what the final numbers are. And like I said, we're going to have more pictures to post, and we'll have the video and the audio up at 603alliance.org as well, hopefully pretty soon. And you're certainly welcome to go to granitecroc.com and check all that stuff out.
Well, I did go grab the link from Granite Croc, and I gave it to Josh, so it will show up with this archive at GerardAtLarge.com.